Two.
All right. So we want to get into our intro.
Yeah, do you want to read the same one as last week? Because I
I
wrote
do.
another one.
Yes, do the new one, and then if we decide to go back, then we'll. But I liked last week's. But yeah, fucking, if you hell the fuck yeah, go for it.
Okay, this one's I was thinking about it today, and I was like, it actually is like relevant to everything that we're talking. Well, most everything we're talking about today.
Okay.
All right, so welcome back to another riveting episode of Manifest Drama. This week we
Riveting.
are watching. Yeah, riveting. You know what? I'm allowed to embellish.
Okay. And imbibe.
This week. This week we are watching the GOP gone wild in Congress. They said, Kevin, you can't sit with us. And all on Mean Girls Day and National Kevin Day. They gave him a double shade. National Kevin Day and Mean Girls Day.
That's a thing.
It's a thing.
We'll
thing.
never.
Everything's a thing.
We're never ever fucking telling Kevin that ever.
Okay,
that goes to your grave. He doesn't listen to this,
Okay.
so that goes to your fucking grave. Jesus Christ.
Okay, you got it.
Can you fucking imagine that? He'd be like, "Where's my parade?"
Your ticker tape? Oh, okay. Hold on. I'll give you some ticker tape. Here. You want some ticker tape? There. Here's some ticker tape for you, babe. Just for you. Just for you.
Yep.
I hope Donnie John faces a civil trial in New York. Lizzo is in the news for allegations of a not so hot working environment. Is she feeling good as hell, knowing that all these allegations are false? Or is it about damn time for the pop star to acknowledge and apologize? And we all move into the trailer park, and some people are not very happy about it. And we're going to talk about this and probably a whole gaggle of other things because ADHD be like that. My name is Amy.
I'm Missy.
And with me always is Missy. And over the next hour, we're going to delve into these topics. And so grab a snack and a drink or a bong and a blitz. Sit back and relax as we manifest some drama.
Hell yeah, we do.
Hell yeah.
So I didn't read any of the Lizzo stuff, so you're going to have to fill that in. But I think that she's probably tossing her hair and getting her nails done. Just trying to feel good as hell.
Well, I mean, if I was Lizzo, that's probably what I would be doing, but I'm not
She's
Lizzo.
not going somewhere like we are. Somebody's coming to her.
That's true. She's got people.
Well, this week has been a wild one. So it's going to be a little bit different from, I think, our typical Hollywood shenanigan bullshit content that we usually kind of put out over here, where we're going to talk a little politics. We're going to talk a little bit. I think I want to start off because I love a good petty, right? And I just love how mad the right-wing commentators are that Taylor Swift is hanging out with Sophie Turner. I love it. It makes me so happy.
So awesome. You know what? It makes me happy because that means they have nothing better to talk about.
Nothing, because they
have to deflect from all the bullshit that's happening. Don't look over here. Look over here. Look what Taylor's doing. Yeah.
Because didn't they even address it in the Congress or the Senate? They brought up, or they commented on her and Travis Kelce. Is that what I saw? I think I saw something that it was brought up in the government.
It wouldn't surprise me because, I mean, it's just a bunch of little babies running around in suits. But I know that they're pissed at her because she's taken a very firm stance against their agenda.
Yeah.
But she's also been very fervent in her crusade to get as many people as possible registered to vote. And
they hate that. They don't want people to show up. Yeah.
That. They don't want people. Oh, they don't mind if people show up. They just want people to show up for their people. So know, we can suppress
the less that show up, the better
for the leftists. But not. It's okay for me, but not for thee. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wouldn't
and
surprise
I think
me
that's
if it
the
came
whole
up in
thing.
A freaking hearing.
I just am trying to figure out still because I don't understand how we have octogenarians, septuagenarians. I don't want to even attempt to figure out what the fuck kind of generian somebody in their 90s are. How are these people still in office? If we have well, I know how it is, but at the same time, I think our government needs a total fucking overhaul. I think we're to that point, and come at me, fucking Homeland Security, suck my whole dick. And I will probably end up disappearing after this recording. But I really think that we do. Like, we need a whole overhaul of the retirement policies for how much these people, first of all, they get fucking paid. How much they get paid, and then when they retire, like, unless you're pouring into a 401k, and these people, they work for us, mind you. I'm just going to remind everybody of that. They work for us. We don't work for them. Um, why are we having people that are working for the American people, multimillionaires, multiple houses,
Mm-hmm.
endless
Mm-hmm.
retirement funds, cheap, good fucking health care that it doesn't matter because they're rich as shit anyways. But I think everybody is so goddamn focused on let's pick the right party. Am I a donkey or I'm an elephant? Well, I'm a jackass that is fat the size of an elephant at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I would, if anybody listens to this, I would just urge, like, think about who the fuck you're voting for, because this shit's
Yeah.
goddamn ridiculous at the end of the day, you know? That was I had to rant about that because I've just been reading so much shit this week. It's pissed me off. So, and I don't
No,
ever,
I agree with
know,
you.
I never politic rant, that's not usually my jam.
Mhm. Yeah,
So, yeah.
absolutely. I like to watch the politics because I've realized what an episode of Maury it is. I mean, watching
Mhm.
politics really, I mean, it sounds cliche, but it got me through the pandemic because I was on like stimulus watch because I was just like,
Yeah.
I don't know if this unemployment thing's really going to happen, so I need to make sure that this stimulus, I need to know what's happening with it, and I had all the time in the world. Would you like to know what the salary for a congressperson or a senator was
Absolutely.
in
Yeah.
1789? For an
Yeah, go ahead.
entire year, it was $6 for a year. In today's dollars, that's $147 for the year.
Yeah,
Currently, we are at $174,000, which doesn't sound like that much. And I don't know
but
if
it
it goes
is.
up annually, like if you're at your job for a year, they give you a
Mhm.
piddly 20-cent raise and you're supposed to bend over and say thank you. Um, but that does not include kickbacks and free
Book
shit that they
deals
get
and
for just
speaking
being in
engagements.
book deals, lobbying,
Yeah. Uh-oh, hold
payments
on.
for, hey, you
I
push
did
this
load my
bill
data mode
through
on
and,
again, and
maybe some
it,
money
you were
ends
still
up in,
frozen.
and I don't even know if that's something that is illegal
I
to
think it
do.
is,
I
though.
would
I
hope
think
that it is.
they vote for their own raises. They vote for their own raises. They vote for, so all of
Mm,
this bullshit of, how every year we get close to a government shutdown because they can't
I was just
agree on
going to
a
bring that
budget.
up. Hmm.
And every year it's by the skin of their teeth, the last hour it always comes through. But they're voting on the budget and all of that shit that they're so butting fucking heads about. Um, they're not giving a shit which daycares are losing their funding. They're not giving a shit what
Nope.
families are going to lose their like EBT benefits and stuff like that. They're giving a shit if they're giving themselves $50,000 a year fucking raises and extending how long they get paid or how long they have to retire. And
Hmm.
nobody, like, they're getting rich. And look, and we talked taxes before, I know we have, but just how much our taxes have gone up. Like, I had to file an extension. I haven't filed our taxes for 2023 because we owe. We don't get a fucking refund anymore. We owe. And I'm like, I'm not
Hmm.
paying that shit until I absolutely have to, and
Yeah.
I did not, nobody asked me if I wanted to pay income tax. Nobody asked me if I
Yeah. No,
was
I
down
didn't
for
agree to
it.
this.
I pay income tax, I pay property tax, I pay state income tax, I pay sales tax. I pay personal property
Hmm.
tax here in Kansas. Like, my car, my registration is like
Yeah.
$75, but my personal property tax, so I can drive the car that I paid for, that I pay for insurance, I pay for it monthly through my car payment, and then I already paid sales tax on it. I have to pay like $100 and something. And it's annually, so in the grand scheme of the year, it doesn't seem like, oh, you're paying $120 and you're bitching about it. But at the same time, I already paid 3,000 something dollars in fucking sales tax.
Yeah.
I pay tax on my gas. I pay tax on my maintenance. I pay
Mm-hmm.
tax, buy fucking tires, and then come talk to me about how much taxes are when you have tires. So you buy fucking new
Yeah.
tires and shit, you know? We have grocery tax, like Texas doesn't. Does Arizona have grocery tax?
Yeah, we have grocery. Well, I mean, no, we don't have grocery tax on like food items.
So it's like
Like if you were to go,
Texas.
huh? Yeah, it's like Texas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have grocery tax, and then the city I live in, they also assessed an additional tax to fund like our water park and this goddamn dinosaur park that nobody fucking goes to, and it's not worth what they charge for it. So our governor
Mm.
this past year, she's like, we're gonna get rid of the grocery tax and ease it out over 5 years. Well, ho, what are you doing with my fucking state income tax? I owe the state like I owe the state too because of the tax bracket weird. It's such fucking horse shit. It's horse shit. It's horse shit. It's just fucking horse shit. So if we want
I'm
to dive
sorry.
into the politic part now that we've bitched about taxes,
Yeah.
so we were talking about our intro. Kevin McCarthy this week
Speaker
it
of the
was not his
House.
week. No longer, not
Yeah, it was
anymore.
not
They
his
ousted
week.
him.
He got ousted by the Regina George of the GOP, and I'm not talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'm talking about Matt Gaetz, old I like him young Gates.
Don't
Yeah,
they all?
he oh, they do. I mean, he just hasn't gotten like firm caught yet. You know, he's going to get caught.
Yeah.
Hopefully before he becomes governor of Florida, because that's going to be his next move. Trust and believe that one.
Oh
Yeah,
my,
Kevin
yeah.
McCarthy, Speaker of the House, got ousted because he did his fucking job. Because he reached across the aisle and he came to a temporary extension on the budget. They didn't balance the
Mhm.
budget. They didn't come up with a, with the plan that's going to keep the government open for the foreseeable future. They bought themselves like, what is it, like 5 weeks? They bought themselves 5 weeks. And or
They got a
no,
payday loan, basically, essentially. You
yeah,
know,
basically, yeah.
they're robbing
And
Peter to pay Paul.
yep, and they're mad about it and they're all in their feelings. And so they're just like, "Kevin, you can't sit with us. And
Yeah.
you're not allowed and you're wearing sweatpants and you can only wear sweatpants on one day." Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a bunch of childish posturing and political stunts, and it pisses me off because they're going to pussyfoot around like they always do. And
Mhm.
the thing that pisses me off the most is all the gaslighting to the American citizens. They're saying, "Oh,
Yeah.
the Democrats love to say that, they're not going to get their, they're going to go hungry and all of that." I'm like, "No, that is actually what will happen.
What's
There
gonna
are
happen?
women,
You're not gonna go
infants and
hungry
children
because
that
you
won't
have
get wait. Oh, yeah.
millions,
Yeah,
you
Congress
know?
and the Senate, they won't have to go to work. They barely work anyway, but
No.
they'll continue to get paid. And I think that's what pisses me off the most. They are the government. But if the
Mhm.
government shuts down, nobody else gets paid. The essential workers are going to be required to go into work and they won't get reimbursed for that time. They will just be
Nope.
out that money. But the
Yeah.
senators and the Congress people that put us in this situation, oh, they'll trust and believe they'll get their paychecks, their
Abso-fucking-lutely.
benefits
Yeah.
will get taken care of. They'll still get, their per diems and all of their health benefits. Sure shit they will. But the
Yeah, they're not
normal
gonna skip out
average
on that.
working, yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's you're absolutely right. An overhaul is needed. Absolutely.
They
So
don't work
I
for
don't like
us, they
Kevin
work for
McCarthy.
everybody else. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like Kevin
Um,
McCarthy. I
so
think he's a spineless toad. No
they
offense to
all are,
toads.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he
That
did
poor
his
toad.
job, and because he made this little sweetheart deal with Matt Gaetz when he first got elected speaker, because he was more
Mhm.
interested in achieving that power than he was in
Yeah.
actually in the job of governance. That he just said yes to whatever they wanted. He was a model actress
Absolutely.
mattress. Oh yeah, I'll do anything you want. Just give me the job. And he did the
Yeah.
one thing that they said that he couldn't do, and they did the one thing they said they were going to do. So cheers,
But did
Kevin.
you
You
see
did
how
this to
close
yourself
the
and you
vote
fucked us
was?
all.
The
Mhm.
vote was
Oh, yeah.
216 to 210, so it was like a skosh,
Mhm.
but, like, this is historic, like, this is what did
Never
I
happened
say? Like, it
before.
was never happened before in all of the 200 plus years of our to almost 250 years of our government. This has never happened before. All because and you hear me on here where I'm like, "Stop picking a party." I think, like, it's funny that you and I are such good friends because I feel like our political leanings are dissimilar, whereas I lean more on the conservative side. You are more like a liberal, and I think that we have like a great balance because we don't butt heads and we can actually have a conversation and get along. And I think,
Like grown-ups.
like adults, holy fucking shit! Imagine that, right? What?
We
But
should run for Congress. Oh, Missy, let's run
oh
for
my god,
Congress.
I want to run for president.
I would so
I'm
vote
for
for
real. We
you.
will go buy all of the fucking poster boards at Walmart. Like, hey, all 5 of our listeners, let's buy poster board. We'll come to my house. We'll make posters in my garage, guys. If you're in,
When
like, raise your hand. I'm not even kidding. I will fucking I'll OnlyFans to fucking get the $5,000 to put myself on the ballot. It's gonna be like Joe the plumber, but it's gonna be like the white
You know
trash
what?
wonder that
If
is me.
Joe Exotic can run for president, so can Missy Carter. Missy Carter, 2024.
Exactly.
It may be too late for 2024. 2028.
Yeah, we'll have goals. Then I'll be, I don't know. How old will I be in 2020? My
25.
brain's
That's
broken.
old enough.
I don't even I'll be 25. Yeah, that'd be all right. So,
That tracks.
so yeah, tracks the show. I'm just I was so funny because my TikTok group that I'm in, like, I thought I was like the only old lady in there because it's like a bunch of 20 somethings having their first kids, and I found out there's like 2 girls that are of my age, and I'm telling you, I look 100 years older than they do. I really
Oh
do.
no.
They're so like they just like there's no fucking and I think it's probably because like I don't do this often, right? Um,
Hmm.
but I'm like, fuck, that's not
They're
fair.
probably
Like one of the
using
girls, I
filters.
honestly
They're
thought she was
probably
there.
using a filter.
Yeah, one girl,
You
she's
should
like
use a
films
filter.
herself at the gym and all that. I
Oh, fuck
should.
that.
I
Fuck
don't.
that
Know.
hoe.
I do. Well, she's real sweet though. So she's a teacher. We like her. She can sit with us. Her name's Monique. Oh yeah, I
Hi,
don't want to
Monique.
fucking pimp her. The other girl's name is Michelle, and she like is just she's gorgeous too. And I'm like, this is not fair. I look like a fucking gargoyle had sex with a dumpster fire and then threw some
No.
goddamn gray hair on there. Like they're not fucking sitting there during the day shaving their faces and shit. Come on now. It's not fair.
How old are they?
So
I mean, they will one
they're like
day.
they're like 40. They're like 40. I'm 41. Like
Okay.
I think probably in the right lighting and shit, I could probably make myself look younger. Maybe I have like one chin, I could probably do it too, but like some of them
Girl,
I'm
I
just
got
like
like
it's
4
not,
of them right now. You got to get more
yeah.
lights. You got
Yeah.
kids, give them flashlights. Give them all mag lights and have them just kind of stand around
Do I
you
look
and
young?
just point
Do I
a
look
flashlight at
young?
you.
Like I have a what?
Like no overhead lighting,
Okay.
not from underneath.
Yeah.
We need a
I have
warm light,
overhead lighting.
warm.
Look, I'm gonna show you my setup real quick. So I have a
I
lamp.
can't
Oh,
see
hold
you.
on. Topless husband, hold please. Okay, so I have a
Ooh.
lamp. Oh, fuck, where does it go? There, a lamp, a light, and then my camera, like I said, has like a ring light on it, and that hoe is all the way up. I gotta set it back on there now that we're fucking Blair Witching this shit. So yeah. But see, well, I told you about the ADD guys. So we talked Kevin McCarthy getting recalled, right? And we're talking about old people. Um,
Mhm.
so do you think Trump is gonna be able to run for president again?
Well, I mean, there's nothing that legally says that he can't. So, do I
Yeah.
think that he is delusional enough to run again and I mean, continue to
Yes.
run
Yeah.
and think that
Absolutely.
he
Yeah.
can win?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Even if he, I mean, he could quite possibly be president from prison, which is another thing that is like Are you fucking serious? You didn't think about this when you were writing the goddamn Constitution? You didn't think that maybe one day
No, because
some
they were
orange,
honorable people.
bald dumpster
No,
of a man,
some
I don't even want to call
Cheeto
him
dust
that.
motherfucker.
Yes,
No,
just a
they
Big
didn't,
Mac
because
eating, greasy fingered, just horrible, horrible
racist piece
example of a
of
human
shit.
being. Racist,
Yeah.
sexist, misogynistic, narcissistic, all the words, all of them. You didn't
I
think that
just feel
one
like
day
if
in history that this might happen. Like somebody might think, "Oh, you
no,
know what? I'm above the power. I'm above the Constitution. Fuck all this. Let's just
no,
burn it
because
all
that was
down
when
and remake it in my
they
image."
still hung people. They didn't they didn't have long-term jails back in like 1776. They're like, "Oh, you killed
Yeah.
somebody, we're just gonna hang you. Oh, you did this, we're just gonna
Yeah.
hang you. Oh, you did this, we're just gonna send you back to England." So they didn't have the forethought to think of white collar crimes, shit like that. And then whenever we want to hope that when our country was founded, it was for people with good intentions that wanted the best. It wasn't, probably men are men and egos and bullshit. But
Mhm.
I feel like Trump is running solely for ego. I don't think he would vacate the spot. And unfortunately, as the prior president, he has priority with the Republican Party.
Yeah.
Um, I think the Republican Party would be remiss to not accidentally let somebody run as well. I do think that our country is the men and the white trash people in our country are racist enough and not like, I'm trying to put this like not shitty, but a little shitty. Um, Dumb as fuck enough to vote for him again, and there could be a chance that he would win. I will say that if we have a president in prison, we might as well just go from the United States of America to we're all Florida. We're all Florida. It's Florida.
United
Like
States of Florida. Yeah.
we're the United States of Florida, and our state drink would be like toilet wine at that point, right? Our country's
Well,
beverage
I
of
mean,
choice
that's
would
all
be
you can
toilet
make in
wine.
jail, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's tracking.
And I
That's tracking
think,
hard.
God, can you imagine the political ramifications just across the world if our president was in jail? Can you believe? Oh, we'd be, you guys, we always say, like, oh, war never comes to the US. You could bet your fucking sweet ass it would. I don't think so. I think we have enough
I'm
guns in the
surprised it
country that
already
it wouldn't.
hasn't.
It's
I'm
because of our
surprised
gun
that
control laws. You know,
yeah,
everybody's got
we
a
are
gun.
armed to the teeth. Every
Yeah.
single household except for ours apparently is armed to the teeth. Um and that's
I'm not
not
telling you if
necessarily
we
a good
are or not.
thing.
No, I mean, I'm pro gun control. I think guns don't, just cliche enough. Guns don't kill people, people kill people. I do think that we are delusional if we think that we can take guns, especially out of the hands of Americans, and think that that's going to solve the problem we have in our country, you know?
I think
Um,
you're right. Yeah. But I
yeah.
do think that
I
there are some common sense things and some safety measures that are not being taken, and it's being done under the guise that someone somewhere is going to come knock your door down and take your guns, and nobody has said that. Nobody has said that. But the fact is that
yeah,
we are making these weapons of war easily accessible to people,
yeah.
and
Nobody
people
needs
are
an
dying.
AR-15 to hunt. Yeah.
No,
No, I agree, but
no,
I
but
think
try to
too is that
explain that to an AR owner. Try and explain that. And
I think
their excuse or their reasoning is always the same. Oh, well, I have a right to defend my home. Really? Okay, so defend your home. Don't rip the person in half because
yeah.
because for the crime of breaking into your house. Yes, protect your home, but I me personally, I would much rather put a 22 in your kneecap, incapacitate you, call the police, and see your ass in court so that you can go serve a jail
No.
sentence. And that is what justice is supposed to look like. You know,
I'm killing a
if you're coming
motherfucker.
at
I'm
me
not
trying to
shooting
kill
anybody in the
me,
knee.
that's one thing. But say again.
I'm killing somebody because you have to think of the way our country is too. If you shoot a motherfucker in the knee and then he can't walk, then he's fucking suing you. I'd rather kill him and just, because that's the whole thing is I would not, if unless they were armed, I wouldn't put myself in a position to need to discharge a firearm. And I think that's
Mhm.
the thing is we have all of these rednecks, my brother-in-law, with these gun safes full of guns that think that they need them. And it's fun I don't know if you've ever gone in like shotguns and shit, but I've done redneck shit my whole life. So shooting a gun is a good time. Like I'm not gonna lie, but shooting at something
Yeah.
is not my jam. Like I'll shoot at well, I lie, I remiss because when we were kids, we had BB guns, and when we were old enough to go drink in pastures, the boys would wander off, and we'd bring a BB gun because shit comes out at night, and then somebody would shoot at the boys when they would go pee. It was
Did you
definitely
shoot their
probably
ding ding
me.
off?
No, because it was dark and I couldn't see. But then they would try to
You probably
like
wouldn't
get
be
me
able to
back,
see it in the daylight either.
but I'm such a midget that they couldn't see me over the like the grass in the field. So sorry,
You're
boys.
like a
Not
little
really though.
little sniper
Yeah,
midget just hiding
I'm
out in
like
the tree
bitch.
line.
Yeah, and now I'm sitting. Now I'm in the back of the truck while they're wandering off to go pee, and I'm like, psh. And then I'm like, ah, this bitch squats to pee. Not anymore because I'm fat, but back in the country old days, hell yeah. So, but okay, let's keep trucking. So we'll talk Trump. Did you also see the link I sent you? So I was nice to Amy this week, and instead of sending everything today when we recorded, I sent everything and I included links so
Yesterday.
she didn't have to Google. No, I sent
She
you
did my homework
Tuesday.
for me.
I did. You're welcome.
Oh, that's right. It's not Wednesday.
So
She did it to me on Tuesday.
yeah, it's
Yes.
Thursday. But so speaking of Trump, he's facing charges for a multitude of things. He has been on Twitter, of course, because we know how he loves his Twitter, and just on social media in general, calling people like witch hunt, just shit talking these jurors, shit talking the judge, shit talking the prosecuting attorneys. And guess what? So the judge was like, "All right, you're gonna keep talking your shit." A gag order.
But
I'm like,
do you
"Hell,
know
fuck yeah!"
specifically why he did that?
No, because I didn't read the
Okay.
whole article.
You send it to me. Oh, I'll send it to Amy. She'll read it. So, but
Yeah.
good for you because I have actually been listening to the trial while I've been working, so I know I got
Okay.
to listen to it in real time. So, what Trump did is he showed up on day one, and he seemed to be very attentive. A lot of people were like, "Wow, he's really taking this seriously." He listened. Every now and then he would whisper to one of his attorneys, but he was present and he was actively participating in the hearing proceedings. The next day, I guess little baby Trump was getting a little bored because he took
Mhm.
his little phone out and he started I don't even know what to call it, but he was on his social network, the Truth Central, and
Okay.
he put out his little truth, and he doxed one of the judge's clerks, put her
Oh, I
name,
saw
her
that. Yeah.
picture, and her Instagram, and he did it during the hearing. He did it right before they recessed for lunch. So he's doing this while the hearing is going on with the judge on the bench right in front of him. The judge sees it, and before they come back from lunch, pulls him into chambers and tells him, you can consider this a gag order. This isn't going to happen again. So, and since then, baby
Good.
Trump has been very, very upset, throwing all the temper tantrums. And now apparently I hear that he has hightailed it back to Florida. Even though today he was saying, I'm stuck here. I'm stuck here dealing with this. I'd much rather be in Iowa or South Dakota or Rhode Island. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you would be. You'd rather be in Mar-a-Lago cheating on your wife and cheating on the golf course. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sucks. Yeah. And so for those of you guys who don't know what doxing means, Jamie used the word dox. I
I
know,
did.
especially if you're like a Trump supporter, you might have like a limited
You should
vocabulary. It
really
just
ask
basically
yourself
means that he
why.
put all her fucking shit out there. He put all of her shit out there wherever we can find her. And, on the day of the Swifties and the internet where people are badging people's death threats, going by their homes, all that shit, it's just not okay to do. And I just think it's so
Nope.
indicative of what doesn't need to, what the country, especially right now, does not need. You know,
Yeah.
I just, yeah, it's a whole, and I could say more, but I try not to because I just think that the choices we have right now are not right for the country. And I know that I have friends that say they've only voted for Biden because they did not want to vote for Trump. I have friends that say they voted for Trump because they didn't want to vote for Biden. But then it's like, okay, did you guys look at did you look at any of the other candidates? Did you, because you guys aren't
Yeah.
you can't be the only ones that feel that way. Did you look at any of the other candidates? Did you? And I think that's where it's a failing, and that's where our system kind of sucks because, like we've said, we're taught you can either be a Republican or you can be a Democrat. You don't have,
Yeah.
you can't be in between. You can't vote for both because hell, oh my God, if you did, you know. Um,
That's
and
a
I live in like a
fraud.
very conservative fuck city. And so it's kind of weird when I go and like we had a vote last August to repeal the rights for women to have abortion.
Hmm.
You bet my ass was there like, "We're voting, we're not taking away that right." I was like, "Mm-mm." But you could see how many people were so just disgusting towards people who didn't share the
Yeah.
same opinion as
Yeah.
theirs. So,
Yeah. There is a channel on YouTube called the Midas Touch, or the Midas Touch Network, and it's a series of different channels that they all kind of put out the same content. It's kind of like a choose your own adventure of which personality you want to go with. They On their website they have different like merch, and some of it is relevant to like political topics that have been happening, and they have a T-shirt that says "It wasn't rigged. You're just a loser." I want that T-shirt so bad for election
yeah.
day, but
Uh,
I have a feeling
but
that Eric would not let me leave the house with it on,
no,
because
you
he
get your
knows if
ass
someone
beat,
says
dude.
something, I would be the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be beating ass because
Yeah.
they would be attempting to beat my ass. So I would catch a case
Yeah.
and I would not be able to vote. I'm like, you can take me to jail, but you're gonna let me
Yeah.
vote first.
Yeah, I can still vote in jail because I'm not convicted. Suck it,
That's true.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, an indictment is
Yeah,
not a conviction.
exactly. Loophole, bitches. So that's what
That's
Trump is
right.
saying, though. So we don't want to say that. You know how I like to have random shit that I throw at you that went on the list I sent you. I stumbled
Mm-hmm.
across an article because I don't watch The Bachelor. Do you watch The Bachelor?
Not once ever.
Mm-mm. Nope, never. Um, so there is part of this series because it's like there's The Bachelor, there's The Bachelorette, there's Bachelor in Paradise where it brings people from The Bachelor and Bachelorette, and it kind of is like a Love Island kind of deal. Now they have The Golden Bachelor. The Golden
I'm here for
Bachelor,
that
he's
one.
72. He's a widower,
He's
and he's supposed to
72.
be, yeah, he doesn't look 72 at all. And he has, so this came out, it's like a 3-year high for the entire Bachelor Bachelorette franchise.
Oh, he's hot.
So yes, he does not look 72 at all, does he not? He looks like he's like a good mid-50s kind of fella. Like, but he's
Yeah,
supposed to
he's
be,
well preserved.
he got
Mm-hmm.
money. He got money.
Mm-hmm. That's
Um,
why he's hot.
so his harem, for lack of a better term, is supposed to be age appropriate women. Not like, he's not, it's not gold digger or, sugar
I
daddy
promise you,
bachelor.
people are lying.
Oh, for fucking sure. You looking at the picture of him in front of all the ladies?
No, just a picture of him.
Okay.
Let's
I will
see.
post that on our Instagram, Manifesto
Yeah.
Drama Podcast on Instagram. I'll post a picture of him, the group picture. I will say it's not, there's no like sugar babies. There's not. It is older women,
Okay. Well,
maybe
that's good at least.
late 40s to, I don't, there's not a fucking one knocking at goddamn 72. I can guarantee
Need
fucking
to
to you.
put my damn glasses on.
Yeah, get your
Okay.
spectacles on.
All right. All right.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Not bad, right?
I'm hotter. Not bad. Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
I bet they're all still.
But
It's
some
just
of
still going to be it's gonna be as catty as it always is, I'm sure.
Oh, of
Because
course,
they're
because women
women.
are the
Because they're
worst.
women.
Yeah,
They're women and their
and they're
hormones and they're in their
older.
mid-40s. They're in their mid-40s. They are nice and
Menopause
juicy.
madness. Oh my
Oh,
god.
rage. Oh, the rage. The hormones are gonna be. It's just get. Oh, I gotta watch this. I may have to
We
watch
might have to
this.
watch this one.
But do I
Yeah.
want to watch? No, I don't want to watch mom and dad
Mm-mm.
make out. Do you remember
No.
Joe Millionaire?
Yes. Absolutely.
Do you remember the makeout scene?
No. I blocked the
Oh,
people
you're
kissing
so
on
lucky.
TV. It's the grossest fucking sound ever. Like I hate
And
listening to people
especially
kiss on.
when it's just the audio.
Oh, yeah, and that's a lot of these dating like, I have been watching Love Island, on Netflix because I have no life, right? And they're, like, 23-year-olds, so all they do is suck face all
Oh,
fucking day. It
I miss
is the
those
most
days.
disgusting sound. Yeah, I do. I miss
Sucking
a
face
good
with
makeout.
random strangers in a bar. That was the fucking life.
Like, "Hey, I've known you for 15 minutes. Do you want to taste my tongue?"
You want to go to the bathroom and make out? Okay.
"Oh, you would do it in the bathroom? That's classy. I would just do it in front of everybody." I'm like, "We don't need no
Well, I'm a
privacy."
lady.
Yeah,
We're
I'm
not the
not.
same person all the time.
I was like, "That's cool. I don't care if you're married." Because, why should we? It was one time. It was one time. Then we ditched him in Deep Ellum.
It was one
But any
time,
hoodles. It was
and
one
then
guy one
twice more.
time. No, just kidding. I'm kidding.
So the Golden
So
Bachelor, I may have to get on that bandwagon because one, he's hot, and I'm about that whole age inclusion thing. Like an age appropriate, non chuggy relationship, I think is what this world needs right now.
I think, yeah, it's in the spirit of inclusion, abso-fucking-lutely. When are we getting Fatty Bachelor and Fatty Bachelorette?
The Bachelor.
We would get
Um,
the Bachelor.
mm,
Trademark, Bachelor, trademark. That worked? Is that
be
how it
like
happened?
we're gonna
I
be like Big
declare
Al. We're gonna be like Big Al every time we hear a good like website name. We're gonna be like, hey, go online and buy
go buy that.
go and
Yep.
manifestdrama.com.
I got a
He
cousin. I
owns
got a
like
cousin named Bachelor.
I got a cousin named Bachelorina.
I got a cousin named Bachelor and Bachelorette. They twins.
Bachelor, that was my mama's maiden name. Oh, Big Al. Big Al.
Did you know
I
his
hated you so much
had,
when you came on the show, but now
oh,
I can't
yeah.
imagine that show without him.
Have you been listening? His mom has been sick.
Yeah, I have. It's sad.
Mm-hmm.
But, he's not a young man, and Mama Mac is not a young woman, but he's married now again. Isn't he married again?
To Bartenica. He married Bartenica.
Bartenica. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now she's
Good for
Amy. She's not
him.
Bartenica anymore. She's
Yep.
actually working, I think, as a bartender at his restaurant in Waxahachie as well.
In
So,
Waxahachie.
but he has prostate cancer. Did you know that?
Does he? Oh,
Yeah, about
no. Well,
6 months or so ago, he was diagnosed. He, like, just finished chemo. I wanna say it was, like, the first week of school, so maybe mid-August. He had to give, like, an update in a while, but yeah, he has prostate cancer. That's what his dad died of.
wow.
Yeah, but
Well,
he got it super, super, super early.
that's good. Get tested
Mhm.
early. And that reminds me, I really need to get a mammogram.
I
I
do
need to get a
too.
mammogram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
They used
am
to
going
say
to
that
see
45 was when you needed to start, but now they're saying
Mhm.
that like 40, between 40 and
Earlier. Yeah.
42 is when you need to start going. So I need to go.
Yeah.
I need to go.
I was supposed to
I
go
don't want
last year, but
to.
I didn't wanna pay out of pocket because it's, like, $500 for a mammogram. If
Yeah.
it's not, like, included, you have to pay your deductible. Well, now I don't have a deductible, so I can get it covered, but I'm going to the vagina doctor in February, just because with the whole fake cancer shit, I decided I needed to get, like, a checkup because now you only have to have a well
Got
woman instead of
in.
every year like they told us to. It's every 3 to 5 years. We're not supposed to
Really?
go every year. Did you know that? Yeah, that's what my doctor was telling me.
No, because I haven't been to a gyno since I had V.
Oh, you're definitely due for like your oil to be
I'm
changed
due.
then.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to go. I'm just, I'm gonna go and they're gonna do all the tests and they're gonna tell me everything that I know. Amy, you need to lose weight. Amy,
Yeah.
you're dying.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
like, thanks,
It's
I knew
that's
that.
why I mean,
See
yeah.
you in 3 to 5
Thanks.
years.
Yeah.
Hey, if you
I
wanna
don't
post date that bill like 3 to 5 years from now, that'd
now,
be
yeah,
great.
when I come back for my next checkup.
Yeah.
No, I did a physical and I did a well woman for like the first time. Like usually I was pretty good. Like I was doing like I had finally after living in Houston for like 6 years, I'd found a doctor. And so I went like 2019. Rylan and I went in 2020 before we moved because I was like, okay, our insurance is running out. And I called all of our doctors basically and was like, we lose insurance because we were moving up here in like a month. So I was like, can you get us all in for
Mhm.
well checks and shit? Because we're gonna have insurance for a while. So we did all of that stuff. And then like I took Rylan the first time to get like on birth control to regulate their periods and stuff because they have
Mhm.
like heavy, 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 heavy. So they were on birth control for like a fucking
Mm.
year. Just decided to stop taking it. And they're like, well, it's only been like it's only a day and a half long now. And I was like, well, that's not fucking good either. And so right now that's the battle we are going with is like, okay, I get you don't want to take a pill every day, but you got to keep track of this shit. Like it's just a fact of fucking life. Like
Yeah.
until your
I
ovaries
feel
fall
like you
out.
should like if your parents are paying for your birth control, you should have the pill because that
Oh,
teaches
it's
you a
fucking
routine.
free.
It's
We don't even
cheap,
have to pay
it's
for it.
effective.
Yeah.
When you get older and you've got a job and your own insurance in your name, you can get, the IUD or the depot shot or
Yeah.
whatever the new, I don't even know what advance is. I got my tubes tied after V, so I haven't had birth control issues,
Oops.
but
I got stayed after
I was on
Micah.
birth
Yeah.
control when I was like 15 for
Hmm.
the same
Same.
reason because my
Oh, I
periods
was not.
were
My mom thought I was a whore.
awful. They were so
Nope.
awful. I thought that I was bleeding to death with every single month
Oh, really?
just because it was so bad. It was so bad to the point where I didn't want to go to school because I was bleeding through
Maybe.
every
Yeah.
single pad and tampon that I would bring with me, and by the end of the day my clothes are stained. So,
That's how
birth
Rye
control
was. I
helped.
had to make.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was put on birth control around the same age because my stepdad convinced my mom that since I had guy friends, I was a whore. I was a virgin. Imagine
Well,
that.
that's not the
Yeah.
reason you're a whore.
No, just that's genetics because that's my mother was the same way. No, we always talked about if Rylan once they started high school,
Where'd you
even like
go?
middle school, we talked about getting the implant in the arm because that gives you 3 years coverage.
Is you
And
there?
I know certain like people have had different reactions to having that hormone because it's not where the IUD where you have to break your hymen because it goes in your cervix and all of that stuff. You have that implant you can get put in there. You're good for 3 years. And I was like, if we can get them, this was back when she um on their like freshman year, we're good till junior, get it put back in junior. We're at least 2 years into college before we have to worry about them getting pregnant. And like, they can't
Right.
just take it out. It's just there. We talked about doing that. And I think it's a good way if your child is not sexually active, you don't have period issues or any I'm not a doctor, I just play one on TV, but it's just maybe something to talk to your doctor about because I took Ride to the gyno and I was like, they're not sexually active, anything like that. And they're like, well, if they're not sexually active, there's no need at this age to do a pap smear. And they told me, yes, when you are older, like in your 20s, you are going to, whether you are sexually active or not, you're going to want
Mhm.
to do this. And like the last time I went to get my womanly where they if you guys aren't a girl or you've never been to the gynecologist where they stick a speculum and it looks like a fucking duck bill and they go and they open your vagina hole up and they scrape out some cells. Well, the last time I went, my cells were abnormal and they were like, we'll just keep an eye on it. Well, with the fake cancer thing, now I don't want to keep an eye on it. Like, I'm just going to tell them, I know that you guys told me not to come back for 3 fucking years. This is the shit show we got going on. I got to get my titties checked. Like, let's just like, put me up on the fucking lift and, like, let's just do a whole let's check her all out. Give me a tune-up, change my spark plugs, get the oil change, check out my radiator, make sure I'm good on all my fluids, basically, you know?
You'll be good for
So,
another 100,000 miles, boo boo.
exactly. Yeah, let's wait, the warranty's almost expired. Let's just get her done, right? So yeah, that's our period talk for brought to you by Atkins Protein Shake.
I'm glad that you
Do you wanna
brought up
keep
that
going?
because B has not gone to the gyno yet, and I'm not like I know I don't believe them to be sexually active. I have no reason to believe that they are. They have started their period, but I don't know when to approach that subject. Like, hey, it's time to go to the girly doctor, and it
I
may not
just would
be the
talk to the
greatest
doctor. Yeah.
experience. Yeah.
I mean, you also got to like ask them their opinion and say, okay, like you're getting your period. I don't know how their period looks as far as comfort and all of that, because like you said, you had it to control. My periods when I the first couple of years, 'cause I started at like 11, like a fresh 11, where mine were like 7 days and they were heavy as shit. And then as I got older, they were like 3.5 days and they were very, very light. And now that I am 122, I am back to 7 days again.
Dude,
So I
I have
don't, it's one
had
of
them
those.
as long as 10 or 11 days.
And so has Rylan. Even on birth control, the first 6 months on birth control, Rylan was still getting 2 a month. And our doctor was like, well, it can
2,
take up to like
bless
a
their
year.
heart.
Yeah. But it
Bless
was
their
like 2 or
heart.
3 days, very, very light, and then 2 or 3 days, very, very light. So it wasn't like a
Mhm.
a parting of the Red Sea necessarily, but it was the doctor was like, "Look, it's gonna be," because that was why we initially got the birth control was because it was so irregular and, like, they have an app they fucking track their shit on, and it can take, like, a year to balance out those hormones. Well, she fucking quit before a fucking year. But any hoodles. But I would just ask, like, how is your period? Like, I always have like a check in, like, how's your period looking? Like, we share the same Sam's economy size box of tampons. So I can kind of get a
Mhm.
gauge of how much they're using. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
conversation that you kind of have to have. Like, I had to tell mine the other day, like, unfortunately, like, this is a fact of life, whether we like it or not. Like, it's like wearing a bra, death and taxes. Like, we just kind of have to deal and it can either be a fucking thing or it can just be like, "All right, you like
Or
light
no thing.
acceptance," you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
So,
right. I just need to suck it up and do it.
yeah, I mean, these get in the age where you're gonna have to start having these conversations with them, and I mean, gosh, I can't believe they're as old as they are in all honesty, but, um
I know.
it's just yeah, this we gotta bite the bullet. Like, it's the same as Rylan gets into I mean, they're 18 and a half now and having going from that, like, little girl high school thing to, like, now they're a whole ass adult kinda. It's a whole different dichotomy, but I'm very even with, like, the boys, I'm very transparent in everything as far as what is going on with their body. Like, even when I tell Witten, like, we joke about his Fremunda, like, we just it's a whole thing. I try to keep that communication open without being, like, overbearing because I want them whenever something does go wrong or, like, their ball falls off or something to come and be able to talk to us.
That's good. I need to be better about that with both of them, but specifically with Steven. I feel like at 16, the last thing that he wants to do is talk to his mom about his body and its functions, but
Mhm.
I still, if I feel confident that if they felt like there was something really wrong with them, that they would come to me and let me know. But
Yeah.
I do have to. That is a place where I fall short as a mom. Is I have a hard time starting those hard conversations. I do need to get better about that. And that
I
is that
just
is my
kinda
cross
do
to
it
bear,
in
and I need to bear
jest.
it.
Yeah, you just kinda
Really.
do it in jest. You should be like, "Hey, anything weird come out of your wiener? No? You're good." Just
I'm
shit
not
like
going to
that, like,
ask him
or
that
like
right
when
now
they
because he's standing right in front of me.
you sh "Hey, Steven, is anything weird come out of
No,
your wiener?" That's not pee or semen, because we have
I
to,
can't.
but, like, I
I
have had to
can't.
explain to, like we've talked about, like, what wet dreams and all that shit are with wit, like, we are very I think we're fucking weird as close as we are with our kids and how we communicate, like, Micah is getting armpit hair now, and it's fucking weird to me because he's a baby. Yeah, I'm
I
telling
know.
everybody about your armpit hair. That's right. He's like, God damn it. He goes,
Everybody
so he,
armpits, Micah.
everybody armpits, dude. See, Witten
I've
has
got it. Look,
long,
see, I've got a little bit,
long.
little stubble.
I can't see you, so I have stubble too. I think actually, yeah, it's been a minute. But mine is blonde. Witten's is blonde. It's very, very long. When Witten was first getting his armpit hair, he would get in the car and he'd be like, "Ugh," and then making it like in the sun so it would glisten because he's albino and all. So,
That's so hysterical. I'm
wow, we
surprised that
fucking
his
sidetracked a lot.
yeah. Let's get back on track.
What were you? You're surprised? What? So, like, let's
I'm
finish that
surprised
thought at
that
least.
his armpit hair isn't red because you have blonde hair and Kevin has kind of mousy brown hair. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
that can facilitate red hairs in your nether regions.
Oh no, he says he has ball hair and that's blonde. Like my ball hair is blonde. Like I am a natural. The carpet matches
The
the
carpet matches
curtains.
the drapes. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey babe, what color is your armpit hair? Can you look? It's for science. He doesn't want to. He's no fun. No,
Not a
witness
team
so
player, Kevin.
no.
Kevin, you can't
You can't
sit with
you,
us.
I was just about to say the same thing. You can't sit with us. And you can't wear hoop
And
earrings. And stop trying
we're
to make
not
that
gonna tell
Catholic
you that
Gretchen.
October 3rd is National Kevin Day.
Oh yeah, we're definitely never fucking saying that. No, he's got like all of the kids have the same color hair except for right now Witten's is he's rocking like the 90s bleach tips right now. But like his mustache
Yes.
hair is very, very light. Like he's got like a couple little chest hairs already. And I am like, sir, no. No, no, no. We don't do that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Back it
I
up.
did the same thing to
Yeah.
Steven. I go up to him and I was like,
And I
"Excuse me, I don't remember giving you permission to grow a mustache. I don't remember giving you
yeah.
permission to grow mutton chops. What is
hmm
this? What's
I'm
this?
I
What's
always just
this?"
say you get your mustache from your nana. That's what I tell them. Thank you thank my mother for that. So but my brother, he's very, very blonde, where his armpit hair is like blonde, his chest hair is blonde, his hair is very well, what's left of it is very, very blonde. His eyebrows are blonde. And he does look a lot like he looks exactly like me at that age and everything. And I look a lot like my brother. So I mean, it's our German shit just coming in fucking strong as shit. That's all it is. But not
A couple
according
of
to fucking
Nazi
ancestry
poster
DNA.
childs.
I mean, not according to the ancestry DNA. I told you about that, where it was like we're mostly like Welsh and like Irish and shit. My dad's like, huh, that ain't right. I'm like, yeah, fuck you, science. Like, it's not right.
They
Yeah.
switched it.
So, but anywho, we digress. Let's go back to when I hit pop culture since we're talking about random shit. Um, who were you a fan of,
I don't know
Pacey or
if you can hear
Dawson?
me or
Which one
not,
were
but
you?
I cannot hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. That was weird.
Is your headphone plugged in? Check to make
Yeah.
sure your headphones are plugged in.
Might be because I leaned back real far and these are new. So that's possible.
You just got to break them
Can
in.
you hear me now?
I can.
Huh?
I guess I
Okay,
can.
cool. Okay.
Nice.
I can see our sound levels too. Like I had to turn mine down because I figured out the last 2 episodes that you can't fucking hear me is because I didn't change my mic from the internal computer mic. So I changed it on this one and it's
One of
obviously
these
working.
days, boys and girls, we're gonna get this shit
So I can
down.
figure this shit
Maybe by
out. Yep.
season 2, we'll have all the kinks ironed
Yeah.
out. It's gonna be
Hopefully we have a
good.
season
Stay
2.
tuned.
We need more listeners. Yeah. Because we're at a firm. Hold on. We have had 251 listens across 20-ish episodes, not even 20 episodes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So most of our episodes have like about 20 listens. Probably 2 of those are you and me. Actually, I don't even listen to us anymore, so one of them's probably you. So I think if we could get like 20 more listens, maybe we could get some sponsors, tell your friends. But we can
Yeah,
keep trucking because
tell your friend.
we love
Yeah,
our
keep trucking.
um so when you watched Dawson's Creek, who were you? Were you a Pacey or were you a Dawson?
Um, I hated that show.
You hated it?
I hated that
Yes.
show.
Fair.
I
After like the
hated
first
that
couple
show.
of seasons, it was the worst. I do agree. I think I stopped
I
watching
mean,
it.
I thought that James Vanderbeek looked like a Neanderthal, so I guess if I had to choose between him and Joshua Jackson, it would be a Joshua Jackson. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, it was just so unrelatable to me because I was just like, first of
Fair.
all,
Yeah.
teenagers don't fucking talk like this. They
No.
don't fucking talk like this. And I don't know, there was just it's just not one of those shows that I ever got into. But I always thought that Joshua Jackson was cute. He was like kind of dark and brooding, and he looked
Yeah.
like he needed help and not
I
a
was
fixer.
uh, you are a fixer. I was a Pacey fan because he was in Mighty Ducks as Charlie
He was
Conway.
in the Mighty
So
Ducks. Oh,
yeah, so I was like, okay, I can
Frankie.
yeah, but hey, ducks fly together. Benny the Red Jet Rodriguez was in Mighty Ducks too, for those of you guys
Bash
that don't
Brothers.
know. I think that
Oof.
was like the last thing he
Bash
did.
Brothers.
One of the Bash brothers was in the movie Rent that came out. Did you know that?
Yeah.
The one that
Yeah,
played
D'Onofrio.
Portman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um, one of the kids from the one that was dating the girl, he was the one of the AVOX camera people on the Hunger Games movies. So they've
Yep.
all gone
Yep. He
on to
sure
do some
was.
more shit. Marguerite Morrow, she tried to redo Firestarter. That didn't work for her, but I don't think it worked for Zac Efron
That
because
was
I
a
think
bad
he just
move.
tried it again as well. Yeah. But Josh Jackson, he is his wife filed for divorce. Jodie
Do we
Turner
know
Smith
why?
after 4 years. She filed on Monday after more than 3 years. So he is 45 and she's 37. Um she was in that movie Queen and Slim. Did you ever watch that one?
No.
No, okay, so they had a kid in, like, April 2020. She seems to be doing okay, like, she's offering 50-50 custody according to what people found, because this is, um, just an article I read from people, but I guess up until, like, the last couple weeks, they've been out doing stuff, doing press together, all of that jazz. So, it doesn't actually say why, and it's probably that same old generic irreconcilable differences. It's
Irreconcilable
not like
differences.
yeah, it's not fucking it's not Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas where he's like she said something mean about me and I saw it on the door camera and I
She
don't
didn't
like it.
like my
I
Instagram
don't want
post.
to. Yep. So they are actually hot and heavy, those two, doing mediation for divorce settlement, but not only, but I think the forefront of their issues right now, like they're in court. Like I'm talking, they yesterday TMZ posted a picture of Sophie Turner where she was like an 8-hour mediation day where they're trying to get shit for the
Oh.
kids settled out. Yeah. I just those poor kids. And I think that oh god, they're just gonna be fucked up. Like we have divorced parents, we know how it goes. They're just gonna be fucked up, especially all of this shit where she wants to take them back to the UK and he's like absolutely not. And I do think that it's kind of one of those that he doesn't want to let her go as like a control matter and take them. It's not a fear that she's not gonna bring them back. I don't think I don't think that would be a concern. I think honestly he wants to because he doesn't want to have to go over there to see them or he was trying to control what she that's just how I feel. That's my personal opinion. He seems like he's kind of a dick. There's a reason why Taylor Swift is befriending her, even though Taylor's 34 and she and Joe broke up when she was 18. There's a reason that she probably reached out and was like, hey girl, he fucked me over too. You know?
Mhm. Yeah,
That's just me.
for
That's my
sure.
professional opinion
No,
as a
I agree
podcaster.
with you. What's bucking me up about this whole thing is the two of you are wildly successful in your careers. You have the
Yeah.
money. This is not like I live in Texas and my children live in California and I cannot afford to
Yeah.
fly back to California every other weekend. So we need to work something out that is conducive to both. And you cannot afford to put them on a plane to come and see me.
Yeah.
So, based on our situation, we have to figure something out that works for both of us. Sophie Turner,
Yeah.
you are a successful actress on one of the biggest TV shows of all time. Joe Jonas, you are talented, I'm sure, but that you are both rich. You have the means and the capability to put your children first. So
First.
stop trying
Yeah.
to be the one that's right. Stop trying to be the one that's holding on to the control, Joe, and put your
Mhm.
kids first and do what's right for your kids. Joe, if Sophie wants to take the kids to the UK, that's fine. You know what? We can have some
Absolutely.
agreements as
Yeah.
to for how long and when they'll come back, and if I go to the UK to get them, or if you're going to bring them back, or if we're going to have a caregiver, taxi them back and forth. You have the potential to make this as easy as possible on those kids. They are
Yeah.
choosing to make it difficult. And
Meghan Markle, where
you're
you
right.
at? Where you at, Meghan
Where are
Markle?
you,
Come on,
Megan?
you could
Where are
be
you, Megan?
you
Come
could
on,
fix
Megan.
this whole yeah, you could fix it. You could be like the go-between for the UK and the US. Like, where are you at, Meghan Markle? I honestly think it's a control thing for him. I think she's so young and they really kind of met when Game of Thrones had only been off the air, I think, for a couple of years when they started dating, and she probably that those take months and months to film as it is, and she probably
Mhm.
didn't have much of a childhood because she was very, very young when that show started, and she was probably like, fucking finally, like, I can fucking let my tits out, let's get drunk. And then she meets this guy and gets locked down almost ASAP, right? And I think
Right.
that he's used to having that control over her, and she's like, you're you're a boy bander." I'm trying not to
Hmm.
be too mean because I don't want them coming for me, because it's maybe one of our 20 listeners is a Jonas Brother fan, but
What are their fans called? Are they Jonies?
I
I
don't
don't
even
know
know.
what they
I'm Googling it.
are. Joe
They're
Bros?
not,
I don't know.
they'll never, oh, I think that's what it is actually.
Is it Joe
Jonas
Bros?
Brother fans nickname. Not fam, you dickhole. They're the Jonatics. The
That's
Jonas
stupid.
Brothers fandom name used to be the Genetics.
You're the Jonies from
Um,
now on.
although these days the band doesn't appear to have official fandom name. I think the Joe Bros, the Jabroni, nope. They're not
The
even cool enough to be
Jabronis.
jabronis. Come on now. So, any hoodles. So yeah, so that takes us to Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is every fucking where. Have you seen all of
It
the
is the
shit that
year
has
of
been
Taylor.
trailer? It's the year trailer, the end of
The
trailer.
year
So
of
that is there.
trailer.
Of all the fucking couple names, we had Brangelina, genius, trailer,
I
trailer.
love trailer. I love it because
Oh, it's fitting.
he's got that great big porn stash, and she's from
Oh yeah.
Tennessee. Oh, I
Yeah.
love it. It's perfect.
He's such a good fucking dude, and I just like there's all of these wild theories now that they're being set up, and this is like a PR machine move to have them
Yeah,
be
I heard
together,
that
which I
I
can
heard that
see.
Goodell was Roger Goodell was behind it. Like he's the reason why they're together. Like this is all something that he
Oh,
put together
yeah.
to boost the NFL. Mm-mm. No.
Okay. I've seen where Aaron Andrews like gave him because the whole way this thing started was he went to the Eras tour at Arrowhead Stadium where the Chiefs play. If you don't live under oh damn.
Yeah.
Woo!
I'll have a
But
good one for you in a little bit.
yeah, thanks. If you don't live that my cheese stick says hello. If you don't live under a rock, you know that the Swifties, which is the Taylor, that's her fan name, the Swifties, because she's Taylor Swift. They give each other friendship bracelets. She gives out a bracelet for the concert that lights up. Da da da. So he made a friendship bracelet or got one somehow, and he put his number on the back of it. Well, this bitch sings
That's so
45 fucking
cute.
songs a night, and she had 2 shows. So she was like, I'm not talking. She's not using her voice. She's saving her voice. So he like literally put it out there like, oh yeah, I tried to and I'm butthurt. And the theory is now that her PR team was like, Taylor, this is a good move for you. This is a genre of fandom of people that you've never
You've not
infiltrated.
infiltrated.
You've, you've done DJs, you've done boy banders, you've done actors. Because do you remember how much hate Tom Hiddleston got when they were dating? The I Love Taylor
Yeah.
tank top when they were at her joint in Nantucket. But
Yeah.
so they're basically saying now that like them dating and like a celebrity couple makes it where they stand to make so much fucking money off of just being in the public eye. Um, but it's everywhere, and like we see where the Jets game, she had Blake Lively there. Blake Lively's sister, I don't know her name, but she was Teen Witch. She was there. Hugh Jackman was there. Ryan Reynolds was there. Sophie Turner was there. Sabrina Carpenter was there. Like she brought the star-studded like people. Like that suite was packed full of people, and just watching some of the videos of her watching the game, I think they would say, oh, she's like an Eagles fan. She's an Eagles fan because she's from the Philly area technically. I think she's more of like a yay sports ball. Her and Blake Lively, it gave me like yay sports ball vibes, very much so when
What
I
team
was
are we
watching
rooting
what I've seen on.
for? The red team, right? Red
Yeah,
team?
and then
Yay,
a
red
red guy.
team.
What
What
jersey does he
number?
wear
What number?
again?
87. Yay.
I'll just watch the Jumbotron. I'll see if he comes up on the Jumbotron sometimes because I can't see that far. Oh, my phone's ringing. So, but those shorts that she wore I sent you the article, the shorts she wore to the Jets game. So she showed up, black long sleeve shirt, high waisted jean shorts. Those things sold out before the morning. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. Well,
That's
I mean, I
necking
saw it
butts.
later on, but it's interesting how that trend, I mean, the online shopping trend, obviously this wouldn't be happening to this extent if it weren't for online shopping. But I mean, the
Yeah.
same thing happened with Kate Middleton when everything that she wore would immediately
Yes.
sell out. Coat gone, and
Yeah.
Meghan Markle too, and also
Same
and her
thing.
sister Pippa, and it's
Yep.
and I see how Taylor has this same kind of pull, and yeah,
Well,
I mean
yeah.
she's gonna have
No, I
people
agree.
calling her, "Hey, can you wear this, please?"
Well, even so, like Travis's jersey sales, and I don't particularly know the ins and out of his contract. I do know that he doesn't make as much money as he maybe should have, player of his caliber, if he would on like another team. Um, but his jersey sales from him dating Taylor Swift have gone up 400%. So I hope he's getting a
400%.
cut. 400%.
Yeah,
And
I
I
don't
think,
think any of
you
them
know,
get the kind of money that they really deserve from it, but I think they
yeah.
get a pretty sizable chunk.
I would hope so. I was reading an article about how, um, if this was a thing where people got together and said, "Hey, you guys did this. Look how much buzz it created and all this shit." Um, there's like something that too, and Travis stands to make like 50 to 60 million dollars. Nice. Did you get it out? Did you get the demon out? The power of
Not quite. I
Christ
think I
compels
got a
you.
little bit
The
more.
power
I
of
got a little
Christ
bit more.
compels you. Oh man. We are obviously gassy today, people. So yeah, he stands to make 50, 60 million dollars. I'm trying. Fuck this shit. I can't even keep going. That was good. It was so good. I'm not, and I can't see you, so I hope it was one of those that it was like when you let it out. I hope with everything inside my fucking soul that's what it looked like.
can't see me. I just spit the rest,
No.
but you made me laugh, and I just spit the rest of my drink all over myself.
Oh, I'll see it tomorrow when I edit though. So it's like a
Ugh.
gift that keeps giving at this point. Oh, I can't wait now. I can't wait. So yeah, so that is almost the end of our pop culture. The only thing I have left is that Wolf is now officially heir for anybody who gives a shit about the Kardashians and what
Legally,
they got going
good for
on.
him.
Yeah, he's
He
legally
needed he needed to slough off that
AIR.
terrible name.
I just feel like thank God they put an E on it, or else it would have been just like everybody else. You know, I would
Yeah.
hated that. So yeah, for anybody who gives a shit if what, Kylie Jenner is naming her kid. He's like 2 or 3 now?
Heir, I want to say he's almost 1.
Oh, I thought he was older than that. So I
I
thought,
think
oh no,
she
you're
had
right.
him
Yeah,
last
yeah, yeah,
year.
yeah. I think you're right. Let me look. How old is
How
little
old is
heir?
Heir?
It's a fucking million years old, you idiot. He is 1. He was born February 2nd, so he's 1
Oh, that's 3 days
of
before V.
2022. Yep, it is. It is. Aw.
See,
So,
I'm up on
that
my
is.
Kardashians.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm just getting back into it. You're watching Real Housewives of South Lake, aren't? Or not South Lake. That's a
Stop
thing we all need.
please.
But
We don't need that.
they
Nobody
need it.
needs
They
that.
need it. I know
They're the only
some
ones that
business
need
from.
it.
They do though. Oh, it'd be so great. Oh my gosh, could
They're
you
so drunk
imagine?
on their own self-import over there in
Mm.
South Lake. Bless
Keller
their
too.
hearts.
Oh my, yeah, Keller. It's
Keller
like I told
too.
you where my friends live, where we used to live. That neighborhood on the other side of 377. That's where the elementary school my kids would have gone to. Um, So Rye was in first grade when that school opened. We switched over there and we lived in Texas. And the bitches over there and they're fucking like active where those kids are from the wrong side of the tracks. The other side of, I'm like, fuck you, bitch.
Literally.
Like, do you have any stickers to give away or anything?
I got stickers
Or
out the
no?
wazoo.
So I'm out of
Cool.
topics. So we're gonna start incorporating like dumbass of the week and Derby Karen of the week and just kind of see how much joy it brings us, because that's the only reason we really do this podcast is we just want to talk to each other for 2 hours every week, and it's kind of fun to do because Amy and I love each other. Well, we're not texting
Yes.
it at inappropriate time zone times where Amy's texting me at 11 and I'm my time, but it's 9 or 8 or 9 her time. But then I'm texting Amy when it's like 5 o'clock her time. So
And
we're a couple of
I'm just
assholes.
getting up. I'm like sitting
Yeah.
here, I can't even, my eyes aren't even open yet. And I'm just like, what the fuck does she want now?
And she is a true bitch where she answers me. It's not like
I
she doesn't
do.
tell me to fuck off, which she could rightly will, because if you text me at 5 in the morning, I am not answering you. And if I'm answering you, I'm telling you to fuck off. Robin from McDonald's. But um throwback, go back and listen if you know what I'm talking about. But like Amy will text me like right when I've already taken a handful of Benadryl to tranquilize myself to go to bed and stuff. And we had the best conversation last night that I'm totally putting on our fucking Instagram. I'm totally posting that convo on
Do
Instagram.
it.
It is the shit. This is why if you guys read this, we're not funny on this podcast, but we're funny when we text each other. And this will give you why we have this podcast, because eventually we're going to get there. It's just, sometimes we got to pee and
We're
sometimes we're
hysterical. You all
sleepy.
just have to learn us.
You
You
guys
just
don't
have to
know. You don't
learn.
even know.
You just have to learn.
You guys have no idea. We're fucking great. You guys are just, you can't sit with us if you don't think so. So, but that's honestly like, that is the last of the shit that I have on my weekly list of things for Amy, to talk to me about, and all of that, and entertain me, dance, monkey dance. And we decided we're going to do a new thing. So we talked a while back about doing a contest and giving away stickers. And Amy's like, hell yeah, I got fucking stickers. So and they're going to be mostly probably cannabis oriented, but we're going to take some pictures. We're going to put them on our Instagram, and we have a challenge for you. If you want to win a sticker from us. We'll even like wave it in our armpits so you get a little bit of our smell too. But we want to see if you guys can like and comment on all of our episodes, whatever platform you listen on. So go, if it's our YouTube, leave us a comment on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, like us, rate us, subscribe, because that's going to move us up and help us get listened. Same with Spotify. Leave us a comment. Person to leave us the most comments who can hit every episode, we will send you a sticker of your choice. And you can pick out that sticker on our Instagram, Manifested Drama Podcast on Instagram. You can watch us on YouTube. It's just search Manifested Drama on YouTube, and you can find these lovely videos. If you're listening to us, you don't see the video, maybe you should go watch YouTube because we're funny and I did my makeup and I have lipstick on. Amy, where can we find you on social?
I am OG Mary Mother 420 on TikTok. I have 326 followers on that account.
That's
I
100 more than
know.
last week. Shit.
I know.
Check you
And
out.
I am Mary Mother 420 on Instagram and A Mean Mommy Life on YouTube.
And I am
What
Miss
about
Carter
you?
820 on Instagram. I am Mama_Missy82 on TikTok. And those are really the only two places because the only YouTube I fuck with is the lovely Manifested Drama podcast, YouTube.
Yay!
It was good
It was good
talking to you
talking
this
to you,
week,
friend.
friend.
I'll talk
Bye.
to you soon. Bye.
Go like, subscribe. Like, subscribe. Like, subscribe and get a sticker.